All right, end of day 2 update. As you guys may have just saw in my Instagram story, I did get the motor in there. Today was exhausting. I haven't thought that hard in a really long time. um, I had thought of a million ways to do it in my head, and just none of them were working out. Like the steel, wasn't like there's no straight angles on the transmission, and then the bell housing was in the way, and then the frame rails were getting in the way of the motor mounts, and I just like was racking my head all morning, all morning, all morning, just like really spinning my wheels. And I got the 14-inch diameter plate that bolted up really fast. But I just was like a little nervous to commit to how I was going to drill the holes and everything. So we're on Nantucket. It's hard to get stuff. And I'm definitely not finding another one of those anytime soon. So yeah, here we go. Day 2 continuation. Motors in. Got this bracket mocked up. That's going to be plenty strong to get bolted onto right there. I'm going to cut this motor mount out of the way, weld those angles to the frame, maybe just bolt that down. I'm not sure, maybe weld it to those angle irons. And yeah, nice and straight. Should be pretty smooth. Got to get some new studs. I'm having issues like getting it on the stud and then getting it to the shaft. So I think shorter studs or just using bolts in those areas will kind of help me get the motor onto the transmission shaft with the splines first and then bolt it all together. But we'll see. Um, what else? So I want to hear everyone's opinion on how good that engine bay looks with just that electric motor in there. It'll have the controller and a couple of like electric car doodads, like this throttle there and stuff. But I think I'm going to put the battery where the gas tank was. I think it's going to look way better. Uh, it's going to simplify the bracketry quite a bit for mounting the battery. The only issue is I have to extend the wiring harness that leads to like the information screen for the battery, but that's not that big of a deal. A couple hours of just cutting and splicing, read the labels. But yeah, I don't know. I want to hear your guys' opinion on if this looks really good or if I should just stuff a battery on top of it and then stuff another battery in the back. I'm not too worried about range.